one of the nights we have people. All right. Kind of found a way to apart. That's okay. Welcome to the Winslow Township Board of Education regular board meeting. Today is Wednesday, August 23rd, 2023. Public notice of this meeting is given to all board members and associates, and the notice dated January 30th, 2023. Adequate electronic notice of this public meeting has been provided, specifying the time, place, and manner in which this meeting is being conducted. It was advertised in the Current Post, posted in on schools, education offices, and municipal buildings. The library for Newman Center, Edward Acres, Middletown, in the Winslow Township Post Office. This is our mission statement. The mission of the Winslow Township School District, a large, diverse, and growing community, is to educate all students to become independent, lifelong learners, critical thinkers, caring, and confident members of their community. The district, in partnership with the community, and in a climate of cooperation and mutual respect, will provide an academic environment which values excellence and diversity, encourages students to strive for personal excellence, and assist them in acquiring the knowledge, skills, and attitudes necessary to contribute positively to a rapidly changing world. Roll call, please.
Mr. Drake,
Here.
Ms. Esposito,
Mrs. Esposito will be absent this evening.
Mr. Martin, Ms. Moore, Ms. Evans, Mr. Thomas,
Present.
Ms. Thomas, Ms. Peterson,
Present.
and Ms. Pitt.
Present. Present.
Thank you. We have a quorum.
Thank you. Can we stand for the pledge of allegiance?
United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I always like to say good evening when I see Mr. Lucas here. This is one of our township committee persons. Welcome, Mr. Lucas. Board members, you'll note on our agenda it says 2022-2023 district goals. That is a misstep because as you can recall at our last board meeting, we did approve the 23-24 district goals. So that's what I'll be doing, our 23-24 district goals. District goal number 1, student achievement. Plan to develop plans to increase the graduation rate. Number A. Number B, we plan to decrease our chronic absenteeism. Number C, we plan to increase in benchmark scores in 4th grade ELA at the end of the year. And then number D, of the student achievement, the accountability, we plan to focus on the accountability for all district staff and stakeholders. District goal number 2, increase parent/caregiver engagement in education by A, providing opportunities for two-way communication with all district stakeholders, and B, implementing the culture climate survey that is in progress as we speak. And district goal number 3, we plan to market our strengths and achievements to all stakeholders to increase the capacity for greater parent, caregiver, community support by A, working with the communications consortium that we will be involved in. Number B, by continuing with our public relations marketing plan. Letter C, by continuing to work with the various advisory groups within the district. And letter D, by focusing on defining our communication methods and messages to better market our school district. And those are our district goals for this coming year. Board members are at the top now, page 2, awards and presentations.
Madam President, there are no presentations.
Thank you, Dr. Potteet. Moving now to correspondence.
We have none this evening, Madam President.
Thank you, Ms. Ford. Moving now to our minutes, board members. At this time, I'm asking for a motion to approve the following minutes of our Board of Education that was held Wednesday, August 9th, 2023, both open and closed session. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve the following minutes for Wednesday, August 9th, 2023, open and closed session.
Second. Moved by Ms. Martin, second by Ms. Moore. Any further comments or questions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mrs. Reddy?
Yes.
Ms. Martin? Yes. Ms. Moore?
Yes.
Ms. Sanders? Yes. Mr. Thomas?
No comments, yes.
Ms. Thomas? Yes. Ms. Peterson?
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Just no hearing. You, Mrs. Boyle, should let me know.
Ms. Pitts?
Yes.
The motion has carried.
Now, Ms. Ford, our August 9th was Peterson, who was also teaching this by phone. Thank you, Ms. Ford. Moving now to the minutes, I'm asking for a motion to approve the minutes of our Board of Education meeting, our emergency special meeting, which was held on Tuesday, August 15th, 2023, open session. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve the emergency special meeting on Tuesday, August 15th, 2023, open session.
Second. Moved by Ms. Martin, second by Ms. Moore. Any further comments or questions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Ms. Reddy?
Yes.
Ms. Martin? Yes. Ms. Moore?
Abstain.
Ms. Evans? Yes. Mr. Thomas?
No comments, yes.
Ms. Thomas? Yes. Ms. Peterson? Yes. Thank you. And Ms. Pitts?
Yes.
Motion has carried.
Thank you, Ms. Moore. Board members, at this time, we're at the top of page 3. I'm asking for a motion at this time for us to report out if there are any reports from our committees. In with our athletic committee, would be a report out of our athletic committee.
Yes, Madam President, there is a report out of the athletic committee. I'd like to thank the high school cheerleaders for participating in Family Day Saturday, August 19th. Also, in the post yesterday, it was listed the 65 running backs from Washington. And it is to be noted that Alcir Herbert, Winslow Township, 510 he's one of the freshman to watch in South Jersey season. Herbert is the younger brother of Jason Herbert, the reigning most defensive player of the year. Alcir has offers from Georgia and the state, and to Julian Peterson, Winslow. He is 6'1", 185 pounds. Watch out for Pearson, who's yet to carry the ball in high school, has offers from Penn State, Maryland, Minnesota, West Virginia, and Rutgers, and that just so happens to be Peterson. And Joe Johnson has something.
Yes, in collaboration with the athletic committee, also going on. Once again, it's my favorite season, it's football season. We had a scrimmage last week on Friday, and 200 people at the scrimmage, going very well. We play Cherokee this Friday at 6 o'clock. I was informed and contacted by the Booster Club, they will be feeding our children at 2 o'clock, and that's great, have a good meal. I think it's going to be long spaghetti for our children at 2 o'clock. So the organization, the community is stepping up and stepping in. Also, I'd just like to give a shout out to our 1984 graduates. He is the coach of Shakara Richardson now fastest woman in the world. One of the national scientists was coached by one of our own and walked the same building and ran the same campus. And that concludes my information on collaboration.
Thank you, Mr. Dr. Winslow. We're letting you know that we are the best. Moving now, does that conclude the athletics?
Yes, it does.
Moving now, will there be a report out of the education committee?
Yes, the education committee held their meeting on Tuesday, August 17th, 2023, meeting after the special board meeting. At this time, there are minutes, they will be forthcoming.
Thank you, Ms. Martin. Moving now to our operations committee, will there be a report out of our operations committee? Thank you, Mr. Moving now to our marketing committee, would you be a report out of our marketing committee?
Yeah, just a short report. We met this afternoon, and just a few things we wanted to report out on. We are preparing some back-to-school messages like we did for the pre-testing, to kind of encourage students, to go back to school. And did you understand?
No, you said you're preparing some back-to-school messages.
Yes, just a little short messages.
Are they going to be distributed or on our website?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so they're going to be on our website and our Facebook page?
Yes. Also, we're reaching out to the HSAs to get information about them, so we can highlight them as well. Come back to Mr. Thomas. We would like to continue to use the billboards. Mr. Davis wants to see if we can go for the needs we have as far as highway goes. And I just want to report on Winslow Family Day also. So we distributed 225 backpacks. Most were filled, with 150 I gave an addition were filled. There were 75 donated by Costco, and were very colorful, children loved them. And we gave them out. I wanted to thank the board members who were there, and I'd also like to thank Mrs. Carolyn Porter, a member of the Citizens Advisory Committee, and Brandon Williams, the Township University Department. Mr. Thomas is going to report on something in his yes.
Once again, this is a report out the consultation, the marketing committee on several occasions. We had came up with items, release 659, these 659 bars have information items talking about our 2023 achievement. And it goes in the laboratory with our new digital goal was to create marketing on Christian achievement to walk each stakeholder. This falls right in line with that. Tell about our current graduation rate, our 3.7 billion scholarships, and 2021. It's on the front and the back. About 2,000 as of now, and we'll continue this type of effort on further along in school.
Does that conclude? Oh, Ms. Nieves?
Yeah, I just wanted to mention that since I was able to attend the education committee the last time, I know that Ms. Peterson, you mentioned collaborating with the marketing committee in order to help roll out the climate survey that was forthcoming. So we also discussed some ideas on how market these some flyers, and also informing the public in regards to the format of the survey, what information you need, and what we plan to do with that information. I also do have a brief synopsis from the chat with the board members that we had in July. I can do that now, or we can do that with these items. Okay. Can you hear me now? Microphone.
Yes, we're really have to
lean in.
Or I can use my mom voice,
Oh, sure, use your mom voice.
So again, we did have four, which I think successful chat with the board members in July. I'd like to thank the community for coming out. We did say that we were going to use that information to shape our new district goals, which, I'm sure we've heard when it's read out. Our new goals, so we really appreciate those concern and feedback. There definitely was some consensus in each of the meetings, so I'll just highlight a few. A lot of things dealt with like climate and culture, which we're hoping will be addressed when we do roll out that climate and culture survey. The community also did want to note that they appreciated and hope that this type of venture continues. They appreciated being able to sit with the board members and then two-way communication, which is part of our charge as board members. We even discussed possibly doing it virtual at one point as well to ensure it's accessible to everybody. So we hope to continue doing that during the school year. Just a couple of quick things. They brought up the summer reading options and the possibility of looking into that because some parents felt that the options were getting a little stale, so perhaps next year, we kind of change up some more challenging and less gender specific options. There were some questions regarding the lack of gifted and talented program in school number 6. There are again continued concerns, and we know it's a staffing issue about getting bathroom accessibility at the middle school and high school. It was suggested that we also have these kind of building level town halls, school specific principals as well. In regards to staff shortage and age shortage, we had some out of the box thoughts in regards to using retired educators, having parents who pass background checks and reaching out to the community to see if anybody would be willing to come into the schools and help us out with things like lunch tea and things of that nature. There was another thing that I thought was interesting about, having a set curriculum for gifted and talented students, and there was a parent question in regards to a curriculum for those students and how they were selected. Let's see, there was a mention of bringing in exploratory learning programs, for those outside of the college type per se. The other thing that kind of came up frequently too was the punitive nature as a whole. And I did want to highlight a couple of things that I noticed when we're going around our policy manual. Specifically our business policy and one lateness is an automatic administrative detention. So I've heard students, particularly our National Honor Society students, they would rather take the absence as opposed to having the lateness, so that way it doesn't punish, their record and their track record of National Honor Society. It was also noted that a lateness to class, lunch, or study hall this year, once you get the third offense in that regard, it would result 2 out-of-school suspensions. So I know that was something that as a policy committee we would look at it, and it seems kind of counterproductive to suspend students out of school when we're trying to reduce our chronic absenteeism. And that was all I had to report.
Thank you, Ms. Evans. Board members, as you can certainly quote from what Ms. Evans has reported out, that the chat with the board members is something, and we also discussed it at our retreat. It is something that we will roll out in the coming year. I believe that we did say that we would at least try to have at least 4 of those in the coming year, because we were able to gain insights and information from this chat with board members that absolutely will help us to be able to create and develop policies that would be addressing the concerns that were expressed. So thank you, Mr. Evans. With the review report now out of the policy committee. The policy committee usually meets every 4th Thursday. We will not be meeting this month, but you will be contacting policy members, committee members. We will be meeting in September. With the review report out of the diversity, equity, and inclusion committee. Thank you, Ms. Thomas. And with the review report out of the citizens advisory committee.
The Citizens Advisory Committee held a meeting on Thursday, August 3rd. Minutes are forthcoming.
Thank you, Ms. Martin. Now, board members, moving on, I'm still at the top of page 3. I'm asking for a motion to approve the superintendent's report that begins at the top of page 3 and continues through to the bottom of page 6. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve the superintendent's report that begins on top of page 3 and at the bottom of page 6.
Second.
Moved by Ms. Martin, seconded by Ms. Moore. Would there be further comments or questions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Ms. Stratton?
Yes.
Ms. Martin?
Yes.
Ms. Moore?
Yes.
Ms. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Thomas?
Bill Thomas, yes.
Ms. Thomas? Ms. Peterson? Ms. Peterson?
Yes. Yes.
And Ms. Pitts?
Yes.
Motion is carried.
Thank you, Ms. Moore. Moving now, board members, on to the top of page 7. I'm asking for a motion to approve the business administrator or secretary report as it appears at the top of page 7 and continues through to the middle of page 11. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve the business administrator report, the secretary's report begins on page 7, continues through the top of page 11.
Second.
Moved by Ms. Martin, seconded by Ms. Moore. Would there be further comments or questions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Ms. Stratton?
Yes.
Ms. Martin?
Yes.
Ms. Moore?
Yes.
Ms. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Thomas?
Bill Thomas, yes.
Ms. Thomas? Yes. Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
And Ms. Pitts?
Yes.
The motion has carried.
Thank you, Ms. Moore. Moving now, board members, I'm at the top of page 12. I'm asking for a motion to approve the personnel report as it appears. Page 12 and continues through to the top of page 15. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve the personnel report begins on page 12 and on the top of page 15.
Second.
Moved by Ms. Martin, seconded by Ms. Moore. Any further comments or questions?
Yes, I have a question on page 13, number 6.
Club activity advisors?
Yes, regarding Renaissance. I'm just curious as to whether or not the program is being done away with at the high school, or is it just interim? But we will always do those positions.
The program will not be done away with. We are going to put some additional people in the position, but we're not going to
And you continue in that other schools as
Yes.
well?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes.
It's a great program.
Right.
Thank you.
Any further comments or questions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Ms. Stratton?
Yes.
Ms. Martin?
Yes.
Ms. Moore?
Yes.
Ms. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Ms. Thomas?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
And Ms. Pitts?
Yes.
Motion has carried.
Thank you, Ms. Moore. Board members, at this time,
Excuse me, Madam President, before we move on,
yes, Dr. McKay.
as we have been doing during the course of this year, we have a new administrator approved by the board at a public board meeting, the asset administrator, your chief president. This evening, we do have our new athletic director, Ms. Chief Lane, who's with us. Ms. Lane, would you please stand to the room?
And we're so pleased that she's wearing our school color.
Yes. Mrs. Lane will be joining us, of course, on September 1st. And we're pleased to have her as a member of the Winslow Township School District family. Welcome, Ms. Lane.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. McKay. Board members, moving on to our agenda, Mr. Pretty Big Chief has usually back, and I feel certain that you've had an opportunity to read it. So therefore, I am going to move and ask for a motion to approve the personnel report as it appears on our agenda, beginning on page 1 2 to the bottom, page 3. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve personnel report begins on page 1 and ends on bottom of page 3.
Second.
Moved by Ms. Martin, second by Ms. Moore. Any further comments or questions? Hearing none.
Madam President.
Ms. Martin?
Page 3, number 10.
Yes.
Under the, do we have to do substitution supervisor?
No, no, she has been with us for several years now. This is just an indication that her salary is coming out of that particular grant. Yes, and when you make those changes, we have to bring it forward. That's the only thing. She's been with us for several years.
Any further comments or questions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Ms. Draven,
Yes.
Ms. Martin,
Yes.
Ms. Moore, yes. Ms. Neri, yes. Mr. Thomas,
Yes.
Ms. Thomas, yes. Ms. Peterson,
Yes.
and Ms. Pitts.
Yes.
Motion has carried.
Thank you, Ms. Moore. We still have on our agenda, board members. Now, page 4, I'm asking for a motion to approve the business administrator or secretary's report. As it appears on page 4, it continues through to the bottom of page 5. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve the business administrator report secretary report page 4 and ends on page 5.
Second.
Moved by Ms. Martin, seconded by Ms. Moore. Do we need any further comments or questions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Ms. Draven,
Yes.
Ms. Martin,
Yes.
Ms. Moore,
Yes.
Ms. Nieves, yes. Mr. Thomas,
Yes.
Ms. Thomas, yes. Ms. Peterson,
Yes.
Ms. Pitts.
Yes.
Motion has carried.
Thank you, Ms. Moore. Board members, returning to our agenda. We are at the, on page 15, the open public records actions request. Ms. Moore. Thank you.
I was looking.
Moving now to our informational items, Dr. Forte.
Yes, Madam President, members of the board and community, I have several information items this evening. Of course, the first day of school for students is September 5th. And with that date approaching very quickly, there are some concerns that I would like to bring to the attention of the community. The before and after care program that we've had in place for a number of years will be available at schools 1 through 4. However, due to the shortage of staff, we need aides. The likelihood of having before and after school program at schools 5 and 6 are in jeopardy. As of today, we are about 28 short for the before and after care program, which means that schools 5 and 6 may not be able to offer that program. Of course, we are focusing on the younger students where that need is the greatest. So at this point, we're looking at schools 1 through 4. Also, as we are talking about classroom aides, we are looking at a shortage as we approach the opening of school. Right now, we normally have 150 aides available to us. We are presently 100 aides short. We have 50 aides that are presently available at this time. Mr. Davis is working with ESS as we speak, and hopefully we'll be able to close that gap as soon as possible prior to school. Right now, that shortage still exists. Also, we are looking at a shortage of bus drivers. We are 9 bus drivers short. We have been able to hire 3 additional bus drivers. We are going to, of course, start our ad campaign using our billboards as we made some changes in our contractual agreement with our bus drivers. We're hoping that will encourage more individuals to apply. Right now, we have a shortage of 9 bus drivers. Are there any questions at this point? If not, I'll move on. We have another concern that we will be confronting eventually. This was brought to my attention by our transportation director, Mr. Wall, and I've also had a conversation with the Winslow Township administrator, Mr. Joseph Gallagher, who've also brought this to my attention. The South Jersey Gas will be conducting a full road closure from Glen Ford's development to Williamstown Road starting in mid-October to do a pipeline down Aerial Road. The construction is estimated to last 6 weeks. The South Jersey Gas will be notifying residents by putting door fires on the homes in Wilkins Corner, Wyndham Hill, and other communities that are going to be affected by this closure. The county will be doing road closure and detour signs as well. The detour is approximately 5 miles long, adding 10 minutes to the bus trip without traffic each day. The road closure will have an impact on approximately 1,000 students that we transport in this area. Also with that closure, there are a few homes that have been identified and we will not be able to reach. My conversation with Mr. Gallagher as of today, South Jersey Gas will be looking to start within a week or so, and he is working with them to try to minimize as many disruptions as possible, trying to get them to change the time so that they can start after 8 o'clock, maybe 9 o'clock, when most of our buses have already made their rounds into the schools. If that does not occur, you're talking about major backups. Young people arriving at school anywhere from 20 minutes to 30 minutes late and arriving home as late as 20 to 30 minutes. And it's a domino effect because after the high school, the middle school may not be affected that much, but starting with schools 5 and 6 and the lower elementary schools, those times could be affected drastically. So we wanted to get that information out as soon as possible. The township will be working with us. We're going to try to, South Jersey Gas said they will try to work with us and make sure that roads are not completely blocked so that some of our buses can get through going there, receiving the disbursement of children. But I think, as I stated earlier, and Mr. Gallagher agreed that this could be a terrible situation for us as school begins to open. The question is, why couldn't they have done this during the summer months? We wait until right in September when the schools are open, and we're going to do our very best. But we don't want to wait until the last minute to let things know. We'll be working closely with the township, signage, and making sure that parents and communities are aware of exactly when this work will begin and when the due tours will begin.
And so now, could you give me those dates again? The date that is where this public work is supposed to be coming? Is it sometime in October?
It is starting in mid-October is when we are expecting the full closures to begin. Now, they're going to be out there early, according to Mr. Gallagher, they may be out there early September, just doing some prep work where we will not be anticipating closures. However, by the time we get to mid-October, we're anticipating complete closures in those areas. Again, we are going to try to minimize as much problems as we can in advance, if we can. I will continue to update the board and community as we get closer to the work that's going to be done. All right? I had an opportunity to meet with the New Jersey School Climate Improvement Support Team today. We had a Zoom meeting. This was our first meeting, gave us an opportunity to have an overview of how to prepare for the survey and also how to implement the school climate survey. We will be taking necessary steps in the very near future. I'm going to get paperwork hopefully tomorrow. Once I sign it off, that will give us access to all this information. We are looking to be on, as far as our start date, we're still on target for October. We're going to be working, of course, with the marketing committee and the members of the board to make sure that this information is made available to parents in advance. That the school nights will be a crucial time for us to share as much information as possible. There are letters that come with the program that we'll be putting out in parents, hopefully to explain to everyone the purpose of the survey and how the survey will benefit the planning for the Winslow Township School District. And of course, we're going to be encouraging everyone to participate. Lastly, board members, as you know, we had an expulsion hearing that was scheduled, but now we had to postpone that expulsion hearing because institutional abuse was conducting an investigation, so we could not proceed until that investigation was concluded. That investigation has been concluded, and we can now move forward with the process. So I'm looking at our first meeting in September, school board meeting in September, which is September 13th, for an expulsion hearing. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the board, the committee, that concludes my information items at this time. Members of the board, have any questions of any information I should? Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Coachee. Moving now, board members, to old business. Would there be any old business that you would care to discuss at this time? Thank you. Hearing none, moving now to new business. We are at new business. With regards to new business, what I would be asking the board members to do this year, because we have already begun with our conversation or chat with the board members. I'm asking that each of our board members, we are all assigned to be a liaison to each of our buildings, that you would check with your principals to find out when the back to school night occurs. And if you could just, if it fits into their schedule, take a few minutes to remind and to inform parents about our going forth with our conversation, our chat with board members. And that we will be hoping that throughout the school year, and they should be forward. In addition to that, the marketing committee, we created cards, handout cards, that say keep in touch. And we handed quite a few of those out Saturday, and I think it would be helpful if we would be able to pass some of those out at our back to school nights. Any questions on that, board members? Do you think that is that something that we can participate, that we can do? Any comments? Okay, so I guess it's safe to presume that we'll have a presence.
Madam President.
Yes, Ms. Martin.
CMC, we does have back to school nights as well.
Great.
I think we may need to have more, I'm not sure if that is enough for all that.
Right, exactly. Okay. Moving to any other new business you would care to discuss at this time? Thank you. Moving on, Mr. Long.
Thank you, Madam President. The Winslow Township Board of Education highly values the input of citizens in making important decisions that affect children of our community. We believe in the rights of citizens to observe board meetings, to ensure that all of our citizens have the opportunity to attend school board meetings and offer comment, and to ensure that the board can conduct the important business of the district, we ask that speakers follow the guidelines for making public comment. The board secretary will recognize those individuals in the audience who wish to make comment, and we ask that you follow the following procedures. 1, all members of the public attending school board meetings must treat each other and the board with respect. 2, state your full name and address. 3, limit your comments to 4 minutes. 4, in the event we're unable to answer your question, please submit your question to the Board of Education with your name, address, and telephone number where you can be contacted. Your questions will be answered within a reasonable time. And lastly, individuals offering citizen comment are not permitted to make personal attacks on any district employee, board member, other testifier, or member of the public. Thank you, members.
Thank you, Mr. Long. Board members, at this time, I'm asking for a motion to move into open our meeting up to public comment.
Motion to open up to public comments.
Second.
Moved by Ms. Martin, second by Ms. Moore, all in favor? Any nays? Thank you. Ms. Boyle?
Mr. Jackson.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Board, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a taxpayer. My name is Joe Jackson, like Joe. I live in 106 Rose Court, not too far from here. Family, in-laws, children that have been through school, friends, their children have been through school, and our neighbors' children have been through school. And a lot of people have really fussed about this, that, and other thing that's concerning Winslow Middle School. Say to yourself that these things should be false. But when somebody says something about something, I was always learn from our loving Father, get the second person's opinion before you judge the person. So I started doing my own research concerning Winslow. And my discovery, I'll try to write this well, said that over 50% of our tax dollars are spent on public school districts. That it has failed to meet the annual state testing standard in English and math for a very long time. Why keep you guys in this group of public? Then it went on to say that according to the National Center for Education Statistics, Winslow Township public schools rank 50% out of 600 New Jersey public schools below, 50% below. And it said the graduation rate was 79%, bottom is 50% in New Jersey. Overall district rank, bottom 50%. Math proficiency, 11%, bottom 50%. Reading proficiency, 36%, bottom 50%. I said to myself, all the money that me and my wife are very thankful that living in Winslow Township paid for our children, our grandchildren to get an education. I believe education is the foundation for every child. I believe everybody here without no education, you will be not able to see, read, write, without education. Education is very important. Education has the president's offices, lawyers, doctors, preachers, ministers. They still athletic system. Now, I say all that serious. I love children. Come from one of the 8 dangerous cities in the nation, Fort Camp, New Jersey. My ex-boss, I had to fight on that camp. And schools have been through tribulation over the years. Maybe the school was going through some type of problem with educating children. And if that's so, what are we going to do as parents? Now, me and my team will go back and do further research, be able to talk to people in higher power to be able to see if it's all factual. Well, I just want to say, if that is the case, let's make sure it's 50% whatever it happened. We live in a serious time.
Thank you.
Jeremy, Nancy?
Hi, my name is Jared Mass. My address is 42 Washburn Avenue, Berlin mailing address, down in Sheridan Woods. One of the things this gentleman just said was actually extremely impressive. I'm a real estate agent here in town. I've had been so for 19 years. It's really hard to go through cyclical without seeing one of my signs. That's my shame. But what I would really like to say is, in the 19 years that I've been practicing real estate here in this town, and I love it, I've been living here for 17 years myself, is our property values are negatively impacted by the school district. That's number one, and that's something I think can be cured over time. But it is like this gentleman was saying, hopefully I'll get a chance to meet him. But it negatively impacts each one of us. That's not my problem. I was a youth pastor for 13 years over at Victory Bible Church in Hammond. And before that, I spent 6 years investigating kids in the Little League baseball. I taught Sunday school for over 20 years. One guarantee that I know of, and the number was the 11% proficiency in mathematics. The job market today is extremely competitive. When I grew up, I actually, both my parents were involved in vending and food service. And you could have made a phone call, you got a good job that would pay you enough to raise your family. Because for some of the older folks, you might remember the factories that lined the Delaware River, but we're all gone for the most part. So we can't expect our children with even a high school diploma to be able to go out there and be competitive in today's job market. At 11% proficiency, we are consigning the entire school district to poverty. And I can't stress that enough. And I look around and I see kids, and I'm involved with a local mentoring here too. I look into these kids' eyes and I love these kids. And I'm thinking to myself, how can we as adults do something? We not want to do something more for these kids. I grew up in a single parent household with my mom was in it. So and she had 4 kids, and one of them was smoking on drugs and alcohol. So I get it. But we have to be able to step up for these kids. Basically, and I really do believe this. I believe God's going to judge us in how we handle the illness. Christ himself said to be better than the millstone just tag around your neck and cast into the ocean and falls on these little ones and stuff. How on earth are we going to be judged as individuals by what it is and how we treat these kids? We have to do a better job.
Thank you, Mr. McManus.
Stephen Dale?
Dr. Stephen Dale, 104 Rose Court, Sicklerville, New Jersey, 08008. 2022-2023 school year. That's your goal, 2022-2023.
Are you talking about,
It says 2022-2023.
Dr. Dale, initially I made a statement before we read the district goals to say that what is printed on the agenda is a misprint. We have 2023-2024 goals, which I read at the beginning of the meeting.
Thank you for clarifying. I missed that. Well, I'm going to get right down to the fact of the matter. Due to the lack of quality learning experiences that my children have experienced in Winslow, I'm going to be removing them from Winslow Township Public Schools, like so many other families who have choice programs. But in my case, I'm going to be paying tuition out of pocket. Plus, I have to pay, as the gentleman said, over 50% of my tax dollars to Winslow Township Public Schools. So, regarding your student achievement goals, I would say letter E should be the first one, accountability of all district staff. So, for instance, I asked, how will these goals be measured? What specifically will you do to ensure the horizontal and vertical alignment of district curriculum? Because those PDFs you put on your website do not alleviate my concerns for student learning. What innovative learning systems or strategies will you be rolling out in the 2023-2024 school year? Why isn't reaching the annual state testing standard one of your goals? I mean, it should be. Right. So ultimately, what are you going to do to ensure students are prepared so they can finally reach that state standard? As I spoke in May, I told you that my daughter in the middle school asked her teacher, why do we not learn this information that is on a state test? To which her teacher replied, we do that later. That is a crisis in management. That is something that leaders should be working with teachers to make sure that all content is properly articulated from K to 12. Until that happens, we will continue to fail the annual state standard. But one thing I can assure you for this year, all district staff will be held accountable. Thank you.
Joe Jackson. Did you sign twice?
You already spoke.
But Ms. Ball said, did you sign twice?
Were you Minister Jackson? And then I have Joe, J-O-B, Joe Jackson.
That happened, I've been, I've seen all the money.
Thank you, sir.
So you're Joe?
I mean, do.
Okay.
Thanks. Camille Baldwin.
Can't hear you, Ms. Ball.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good afternoon, everybody. I missed last week. I'm going to do today one quick. I'm at 105 Rose. I have this, my son, he's 14, he's honors. And I'm in the same situation today if I want to take him out choice schools also. And I'm kind of disappointed in him. I've been here since 2007.
And it seems to me, again, I'm reading the documentation, I see nothing on here about the New Jersey State testing for the kids. You know, accountability starts high, cascades down. So the teachers need to be held accountable. But the teachers can't be held accountable if the board is not holding them accountable. You know, I see you have salaries on here and this and that and the other. My question is again, we pay high taxes, but how much is that going to education? You guys know this test scores every year. This is nothing new. This is nothing new we've been talking about. So what are you doing to improve and hold the teachers accountable? It starts at the top and works its way down. It's fine and dandy. You building apartments, townhouses, widening the road, all these spiritual places. How much of the money are you putting into the kids for education?
Well, hold it, let me just interrupt now. We're not doing any of that building. That's the township that does the building.
Okay,
That's not the school district. And you have a township committee person here, Mr. Glickens, who can, give you that information, but it is not the district that does the building. Are we clear?
understood.
Okay.
But my question is, how much is that, the money in our taxes are going to the kids' education? We can do tutoring programs. If you know the tests come out at a certain time every year. We can start, I'm just saying, we as a team or you can start making 3 months, maybe tutoring program for children. You know, I know they take gym or electives. Okay, those that are interested in wanting to, you know, do better in testing for reading, math, language, whatever the case may be. Maybe they take gym, 5 days a week, this is just an example, or music, maybe pass it down to maybe 3 days a week, and the other 2, just temporarily until the test coming, they can get tutoring. You know, again, what suggestions do you have to improve? Because every year, it seems like we're going through the same thing, and it's embarrassing. It really is embarrassing to say my child goes to Winslow. It's embarrassing because you read those test scores. It's embarrassing. I don't know if you have any grandkids or you have any family members that live out here, but it's very embarrassing to say our kids' education is like thumbs down right now, especially when it comes to that New Jersey State testing. You know, again, we have on here salaries and stuff, but I have not read nothing on here about improving the kids' education for their state testing every year. That's the only reason why I'm here, because I have a young person and I'm debating when I'm going to hold him out. And a lot of people are choosing choices, and it's really sad. It really is. I don't see a plan on here, nothing about testing or improving our kids. The high school, Randy, Dan, we have football, basketball, this and that, and the other, and our sports is supposed to be good, but what about the education? Because at the end of the day, at the end of the year, they get their diploma, they have to learn how to read and write and take care of themselves. Not just the bare minimum, a C or D average. You know, our kids are worth better than them. I'm quite sure you have grandkids, you have sons and daughters, and you want the best for them. And we want the best for our kids.
Thank you, Ms. Norman.
Madam President, that concludes those that have signed up.
Thank you, Ms. Gordon.
Anybody in the waiting room? There's somebody raising their hand.
Ms. Renzulli?
Ms. Renzulli, can you sign? Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. Just wanted to, Christy Rentulli, Concord Boulevard, Central New Jersey. Just wanted to address the board and say from the CAC, not for me personally, but thank you for moving forward with the climate survey, which was something that was a CAC recommendation. I wanted to say that you were not alone in that effort. When we made the recommendation, as a committee, we viewed it as heavy. It could be a little bit heavy. And so if there's anything that we as a committee can do in terms of helping educate parents or getting the word out, please let us know. A member of the marketing and I'm sure this council will be okay with the date to our next meeting, that we can coordinate your time, but just wanted to let you know that you're fully aware that we can collaborate together to make sure that happens. It's not all on your shoulders. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Winslow.
Mr. Thompson, question? No. Scott?
Thank you, Ms. Winslow. That concludes our public portion. At this time, I'm asking for a motion to approve adjourning our public comment portion this meeting.
Second.
Moved by Ms. Martin, second by Ms. Moore. All in favor? Any opposed? Mr. Long?
No need for an executive session this evening. I know that's really going to be disappointing for everyone.
Yes.
I think it's already, but I'm saying that rousing support.
Thank you, Mr. Moore. Thank you. Therefore, all business having been concluded, I'm asking at this time for a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Yes, motion to adjourn.
Second.
Moved by Ms. Martin, second by Ms. Moore. All in favor? Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this meeting is adjourned. Have a good evening.
You're welcome.